What's up, y'all? This is Matt here, and I figured that since the NBA season is gonna start soon, I'll try to make another NBA content and that has been in my mind for quite a while. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to talk about the biggest snakes in the NBA. If you guys don't know what snake means, it's basically forcing a trade from your original team, and in other words, you just backstab your previous team. Just as simple as that. Now, without further ado, here are four of the many snakes in the NBA, but before that, we got some honorable mentions. Now, these three made the list not because they're backstabbers, it's just because they got Mamba in their names. In case you didn't know, these guys are Matt Bonner, Kobe, and the one and only Brian Scalabrine. Without further ado, let's go. So for number 4, we have Jason Kidd. Now, Kidd is not here as a player, but he's here as a coach instead. Here's why. So in the years that Kidd was in the Nets from 2001 to 2008, he led the Nets to 2 straight NBA Finals, finished as an MVP runner-up, and basically turned the Nets into one of the league's most premier franchises at the time. However, he left in 2008 and the team basically became a joke. In one season, the Nets lost about, 69 games, I think. And then the team eventually moved from New Jersey to Brooklyn. When they moved to Brooklyn, they hired Kidd as a head coach in hopes of bringing the Nets future success and possibly a championship. And the Nets basically traded their future assets for old veterans at the time. However, he backstabbed the Nets as a coach and decided to coach the Milwaukee Bucks instead, causing him to get relentlessly booed by the Brooklyn fans once he got back there. For number 3, we have Dwight Howard. Before Dwight was a shell of his former past. Before people began thinking that Dwight does not deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame. Before he forced a trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. Dwight was considered one of the best centers to ever play the game of basketball in that era. With the Orlando Magic, he was a 6-time All-Star, a 5-time All-NBA first-team selection, a Rookie of the Year, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he led the Magic to the NBA Finals for the first time since Shaq's early years in Orlando. He was loved, and he was basically a fan favorite, and people got no doubts that he was a future Hall of Famer. But everything changed when he forced a trade to the Lakers. He got chemistry issues with Kobe, and he also got injured, which did not further his legacy. And then he went to the Rockets, couldn't coexist with James Harden, went to the Hawks, and now he went to the Hornets. And now people see him as a complainer, and people now begin doubting him as as not a future Hall of Famer. And it's all because he was a snake and forced a trade to the Lakers. We have LeBron James. Yeah, we all knew this was coming. LeBron was a superstar in Cleveland back in 2003. He won an MVP and led the Cavs to the 2007 NBA Finals before getting swept by the San Antonio Spurs. But still, he was basically the Cavs' savior. But then he absolutely choked in the 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Celtics. After winning the first 2 of the 3 games, LeBron absolutely choked in Game 4, as he shot just 7 out of 18 in total and made 0 out of 5 in 3 points made, including 7 turnovers. People thought it was just Game 4, he was just in a slump for one game. But it didn't stop in Games 5 and 6, as he shot a disgusting 11 out of 35 from field in total, including 2 out of 8 3-pointers made and a combined total of 14 turnovers in 2 games. The Cavs lost in 6, and LeBron left to Miami to form a big 3 with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. And he became the league's biggest villain because he flopped and people basically hated him. Until he decided to go back to Cleveland in 2014 and eventually brought them a championship back in 2016. So while he did return and became a hero in Cleveland, people sometimes still can't forgive him of what he did back in 2010. For number 1, we have Kevin Durant. Well, here he is, probably the biggest snake in the history of the NBA. Before he went to Golden State, he was a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder with Russell Westbrook. At the time, he was basically the hero of the NBA because He stopped the bad guys, aka the Miami Heat, from winning too much. But then, in Game 6 of the 2016 NBA playoffs, after being up 3-1 against none other than the Golden State Warriors, who had just broke the NBA record by winning 73 games, both KD and Russ choked in Game 6, in the game that they desperately needed to win, as they had a combined field goal percentage of 20 and 58 and shot just 1 out of 13 in Game 6 from 3. The Thunder lost in 7 and the Warriors advanced to the finals before finally losing to the Cavs. However, KD decided to join the Warriors, a team that had just won 73 games last season and had a back-to-back MVP in Steph Curry. Well, if you can't beat him, join him, I guess. And he basically left Westbrook behind to carry a joke of an OKC Thunder team that basically was the worst team, even worse than the Nets without Russell Westbrook. However, Russ eventually used these as motivations and he became MVP, got Paul George and Melo as his teammates, and to add insult to KD, he signed a 5-year Supermax contract with the Thunder yesterday, which is the same day as KD's birthday. Also, even though the Warriors won the title last year, KD suffered an injury that might not be great for his career, which means proving my statement that snakes just can't get away with anything. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this first top 4 list in the NBA. And the funny thing is, these 4 guys led their teams to an NBA Finals appearance before eventually becoming snakes. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks guys, peace out.